Rigveda 1.39.1. The Maruts search for divine power and truth inspiration for modern life. Hello friends. Today we will delve into an ancient and profound mantra, Rigveda 1.39.1. This mantra addresses the Maruts, the storm gods, and connects us with nature, wisdom, and spirituality. Have you ever wondered that storms and winds are not just a part of the weather, but a force that deeply affects our lives? This mantra explains this to us. So let's start a journey full of knowledge and inspiration. Kadu shochirn maruta kadu vahni, kase kratva varshanaso yat kase dhamna kimukamai prtnai desham ruto yat. O Maruts, when you from afar like the rays of the sun make your mark, for whom, with whose wisdom, with whose thought do you proceed? For whose happiness, by what work or knowledge of God, in what form, to which blissful land do you attain? Answer these questions. Let us understand this in a simple and detailed manner. O Maruts, you shine like the rays of the sun. The Maruts are the gods of storms and winds. Here they are compared to the rays of the sun, which bring light and energy to the earth even from a distance. This means that the power of the Maruts is very widespread and influential. What is your power for? This question asks what purpose the Maruts use their power for. Is it just for nature or for some larger goal? By whose wisdom and thought do you proceed? Here the poet wants to know what plan or understanding is working behind the actions of the Maruts. Is it the wisdom of God or some other power? For whose happiness and with what desire do you move? This question forces us to think about who the Maruts work for, we humans, nature, or some greater purpose of God. To what ancient and pleasant place are you going? Here, pleasant land does not mean just a place, but a condition or state of being in which there is peace and satisfaction. In this mantra, the poet is asking the Maruts what they achieve with their power and influence. Just as the rays of the sun provide light to everyone without stopping, the Maruts balance nature with their power. But who is all this for? This question leads us to understand the deep relationship between nature and the divine. This mantra not only talks about nature, but also touches our mind and soul. Let us understand its spiritual aspects. The power of the Maruts shows us that there is a greater power at work in nature. Just as the rays of the sun give light to everyone without discrimination, the Maruts influence every part of nature. This teaches us that there is a divine presence in nature. Questions like with whose wisdom, with whose thoughts inspire us to think about the purpose of our lives. What we do every day, why we do it, this is the path of self-reflection. To what pleasant land do you attain? Tells us that true happiness lies not in external things, but in inner peace and union with God. Suppose you are troubled in the hustle and bustle of the city. After reading this mantra, stop for a moment and think that like the rays of the sun, your life can also become a light for others. This will give you peace. Swami Vivekananda said, "Divinity resides in nature, and by understanding it we can make our lives perfect." This mantra gives us the same message. This mantra is not only spiritual, but also important from a scientific point of view. Weather cycle. The Maruts are the gods of storms and winds. Today's meteorology tells us that storms are part of the water cycle. They bring rain, which supports vegetation and life. Balance of energy. Like the rays of the sun, which bring energy to the earth, the Maruts also maintain the balance of energy in nature. This is in accordance with the laws of physics. Environmental significance. Today when we use wind energy, it is a form of the power of the Maruts. It inspires us to take energy from nature. Next time a storm comes, think that it is not just a wind, but a cycle of nature that sustains life. This mantra is very relevant in today's world. Environmental protection. When we cut down forests or increase pollution, the balance of nature is disturbed. Maruts teach us that we should protect nature. Spiritual peace. Amidst the stress and hustle-bustle, this mantra advises us to calm our mind and search for the truth. Moral life. To what pleasant land are you attained reminds us that we must be honest and ethical in our actions. If you use less plastic or plant trees, you are working for nature like the Maruts. This mantra states some truths that apply everywhere. Everything is connected. Just as the sun, air, and water are connected to each other, our lives are not separate from nature. Cyclicality. Life has ups and downs just like day and night. This teaches us patience. Light of knowledge. Like the rays of the sun, truth and knowledge make our lives better. Here are some simple ways to incorporate this mantra into your life. Vrksasana. Stand with one leg crossed over the other and hands folded above your head. This improves balance and connects you with nature. Pranayama. Take a deep breath and exhale slowly. This calms the mind and controls the energy, like the Maruts handle the wind. Meditation. Close your eyes and imagine the rays of the sun illuminating your mind. Example: do Vrksasana and Pranayama for 5 minutes in the morning. You will feel refreshed throughout the day. This mantra shows us the way to understand the power of nature and the divine plan behind it. When you come from afar, like the rays of the sun, you leave your mark. This line tells us how great and far-reaching the power of the Maruts is. Similarly, we should also create such a power in our lives that brings light and happiness to others. Today we harm nature, cut forests, pollute rivers. But this mantra says that we should learn from the Maruts. They bring storms, but this storm gives rain, which nourishes life. Difficulties come in our life too, but if we follow the path of truth and knowledge, then these difficulties make us better. For whose happiness, for what work of God? This question motivates us to find the purpose of our life. True happiness is not in external things, but in peace of mind and connection with God. Maruts teach us that our lives should be pure, broad, and beneficial to others. Just like the rays of the sun give light to everyone, we should also make the society better through our actions. Be like the Maruts, pure, strong, and one with nature. Recognize your power, seek the truth, and illuminate the world. Namaste.